Hi, it's Debbie Donovan from Londonderry, New Hampshire with Be Happy Cards and Crafts. Another Wednesday, another card day. Today I'm going to be making a fun card that's one of the first, it's called the Triple Time Stamping card, and it was one of the first, it's not a fun fold, it's a cutting card. I'm not sure what to call it. But it was one of the first difficult, unusual cards that I learned to make way back when I started card making, before I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I found it a lot of fun. It looks intimidating. It's not. It's very easy. All you need to do is cut your measurements and have fun with it. I'll give you the measurements as always. I'm trying to do that now. I have a cheat sheet here in front of me so I don't forget them, because this has very precise measurements. I'm going to be using the Forever Fern stamp set today. It's one of my favorites, and it's been underused in my stamping collection. It's in the annual catalog, and I have something in my eye. Yeah, it's just a cloudy spot. So I'm going to be using 3 stamps from that, and I'm going to be using the in colors, which are not the colors that the paper comes in. The paper came in peacock and olive, because I'm going to show you how you can also use a DSP, which is designer series paper. But I'm going to be using these 3 colors, which are in colors: the fresh freesia, the soft succulent, and the pale papaya, to stamp with today. Soft succulent is one of my favorite colors in the new color palette. I hope it becomes one of its, when they do a new color update, I hope it becomes part of the regular collection, because it's very pretty and I'm going to miss it when it's gone. But it'll be here for another year anyways. So I'm going to turn you down, and I'm not going to be able to see you who's on. Well, I turn you down. So just give me a shout out so I know that you're here. Just say hi. And I'll answer all questions and comments after the post. I'm not hooked up to my computer today because I needed a lot of room for this. And so let's get started. It's very cold today. I have my heater going. I'll have my heater going until March anyways. My heater in my craft firm, it's a small heater. Well, it's not that small, but I have a large craft room. Try to get you so that I know where the cards are going to be. Okay. So, you're going to need your base card, which is an 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then for the mats, you'll need one that's 3 1/4 by 4 4.5, and one that's 2 1/4 by 3.5. Then you're going to need some basic white, a piece that is, you'll actually need 2 pieces of this because you'll need one for the inside. That's 4 by 5 1/4. Another one that's 4 1/4 by 3 inches. And 3 1/4 by 2 inches. So we're going to work with the white ones first. And I'm going to just check to make sure that's in a good spot. And I'm going to take my stamp and seal and just put a little tiny bit on the back. And I'm sorry I have to move it down a little just because I need to make sure this is even. You're going to make sure that you put it right in the center. And then again, just another little piece because you want to be able to take these apart after of stamp and seal. And you're going to make sure that this piece is in the center of that one. You don't want it to be slippery. Hopefully it'll stay. I don't know why it was slipping there. Okay, I'm going to use a fresh freesia first. I probably made this card 10 years ago. And I loved it, and I don't know why I haven't made it since. But you're just going to take your stamp, and you're going to turn it, and you can see I'm going off the paper a little bit. And we'll put one right here. So that's the fresh freesia. I need my cleaning mat, my cleaning cloth. I don't know why I put it up there. A little squeak while I'm cleaning my die off. So how is everybody out there? I hope you're staying warm. And those of you that like the cold weather, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know snowmobilers and skiers, and there are people that actually enjoy winter. I'm not one of them, even though my birthday's in a week and a half. I used to be a snowmobiler when I was younger. My family was big snowmobilers, so we did it for a long time. And I'm taking this soft succulent and I'm adding some leaves. Just to get some green in there. Right there. And And I do like to go off the paper. I think it adds interest to the card. And a little squeak while I'm cleaning off my stamp. And these are the red rubber stamps. They're not the clear photopolymer, so I prefer these stamps over photopolymer. I don't know if you can see the stamp. Bring it in a little. And I'll close that up. And then the pale papaya, I'm just going to go and fill in with some little dots. I have a stamp that's all dots. Because I think the card is pretty how it is. But I want to make it a little bit prettier. Sometimes just adding a third color and just another little element. I made a practice card last night because it had been so long since I've done this technique that I wanted to refresh my memory. And I thought I knew what I was doing. And I made a really pretty card. And I'm like, how am I going to cut this? So here's the card I made. Uncut. I thought you had to do it and then cut out the centers. That was terrible. So someone's going to get a very pretty birthday card. And that's a different set. That set is, I forget the name of it, but it's in our current catalog, mini catalog right now. So here we are. Now we're going to do the fun part of putting the card together. I'm going to just put that over so I can fold my card. You always want to do the center fold with the mountain. I don't know if you could see it. The mountain is the seam. When you score, it'll make a indentation, and you'd think you'd want it to be the other way, but now I'm going to take my layers apart. You're going to put the first layer. Just putting some Stampin' Seal on my back. Still in. I need a screen in front of me to tell me that I'm still in, so I should have hooked up my computer. That's the little sticky spot from earlier. I find it easier to mat the cards first. So the Stampin' Seal is almost empty, so I'll have to change it. Thought it was going to run out last night, but it didn't. On my mat, I want to get off here. Okay. So you just center that one on top of it. I'm sorry, you center it on top of it. You can see it's coming together very pretty. I did want to put a ribbon in there, so let me just sneak in some ribbon. See if I can get that. I'm going to leave it loose till I can put this one on. I see the red line. I just made it making the card. That's exciting. Okay. Press that on. Now I'm going to take my ribbon. I didn't want to, I'm going to put it higher. It's okay because it's still all sticky. That's where it goes. And I'm going to snip it off. And then slide it in. Don't think I needed as much as I saved. Kinda hurting the edge a little. I see it's got a little, not of the ribbon, but on the cardstock, I dented the edge a little bit. And I made my ribbons a little bit crooked. Okay, difficult to put ribbon on this card. I've done it before, but I think I've done it before I put it down on the final layer. That I didn't practice last night. Now, I want to add happy birthday. And because it's bouncing a little, I want to use my glue dots, which I've seen. Here they are. And the trick is take one little glue dot and just slide it under there, and it'll hold it right down. Nice and tight. And now I want to make this card a little bit prettier. Hopefully it's still because I love these butterflies. Add some of my little brass butterflies on here. Right there. Put one landing on the berries. And another little one. Let's see. Doesn't even have to be on this layer. I could go. Put it right on that layer. So there you go. Beautiful birthday card. Sorry it's backwards, but now I'm going to show you the same technique using the Designer Series paper. Again, fold your card. Wondering how far I'm going to get with this stamp and seal. Then you put the paper on evenly. And we're going to mat the other two mats. And I think nope, it's still going just a little bit. Thought I was running out there. Yep, the red line is there, so I'm going to try to use this one. This one's been giving me a hard time. It's not been being nice to the paper for some reason. Right now it's working, so that's good. I love this paper so much that I didn't want to use it up. But this weekend I went through and I boxed up more than half of my paper to give away because I had way too much paper. Some of this might even be in it. I know I kept 2 of them, but I just am way too much into getting too many craft supplies. And there's where it starts. It does this thing about just peeling the craft sheet up. So I'm going to just go ahead and open this one. Change out my get all the little gunk out of the top. This is how easy it is to, oops, I have it upside down. And you just drop it right in onto the little spindles, and you close it back up. Snap it back together. I gotta get it so that it's sticky. Here it comes. And then I cut this little piece out to put on it. Because I didn't have a happy birthday cut for it, but excuse me. I don't have a cold, it's just allergies from this dry heat. Take my glue, get my glue to work. And just put a little squirt in that. Okay, a lot of technical difficulties today. Trying to find my little pin. You just had it. All the little tricks. You just push the pin in and up and down. Clean it off. So you can use it again. I just want to make sure it's going to come out and not a big blob. Take a little scrap here. Yeah, there's the big blob I was talking about. So I'm going to use that. I haven't used the glue for probably a week. The card I've been working on, I used just the regular. It's making me a little bit more glue than I want. Hopefully that'll be okay. And I'm just going to lie that down on an angle. Yeah. Had some extra glue on my hand from it. Soaked it onto the gold. So I'll have to wait until it dries and use the little, oh, what's it called? Now I can't think because it's messed my card up. I was going to put some pretty butterflies on this card too. Still am, but now I'm not happy my little tree is all messy looking. Took the shine right off it. These are glue erasers. I don't think that it'll take it off right now. I'm just gonna have to work at it. That's a shame. Made it more dull. Well, the butterflies are dull, so maybe I'll make them all dull. Hoping the little bit of glue that's on there will dull the others. And get the stickiness off at the same time. Yeah. So there's my other triple time stamping card using the DSP, which I love these colors. So I'm going to turn you back up. Just trying to get things in place here. My hair's sticking to me. It's a great day in New Hampshire. Hi, Sarah. I know it's colder where you are, I'm sure. So, it feels like I have hair stuck on me. Static cling here. So here's the first card. Sorry it's backwards. It's a happy birthday card. And here's the second card, just using Designer Series paper. And so I'm sending a lot of birthday cards out because I have a lot of family, and that's what I'm doing with my cards this year. So I hope everybody had a good day and is staying warm or having fun outside in the cold, if that's what your preference is. And I'll see you next week. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll be doing something fun from one of the catalogs, I'm sure. I have a lot of new stamps, so I just had an order come in. And I have a daffodil. So just finished loading wood. Oh, Sarah, you just finished loading wood. Ugh, Sarah lives on a lake. She's got a wood stove and a pellet stove heating her house besides her furnace, so she has a lot to do. Sarah's my business partner and best friend, so I'm glad she was watching today. So I hope everybody has a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.